Grabbed and knocked away, and the foul was on the big man, Clemens.
The first shot didn't fall. Fouled in the act of shooting, so he gets a pair, and neither one of them falls, so that's got to be a bit of a disappointment.
That's right. And Uggams, you know, he's an 80% foul shooter. We talked again about how, oh, what a great play.
Three-point play coming up, or a possible three-point play. He went up, fended a guy off with his back end, made the bucket, and will go to the line.
Well, here we go. Here's the play. Watch the way he gets great position. Once he gets the basketball, ball comes in here, gets the ball, holds off, and then goes up, protects himself. As you said, crosses the basket, which means that those big guys don't get a good chance. If they go up and try and block him, they're going to hit the rim.
Almost an air ball. That.
I think we're going to have a replay of that because Joe Uggams got caught and kind of fell into the lane. Let's see what we got. What's he calling? He's got one. I didn't see what the referee said on that. Did he say he had one?
I believe he did call Uggams on the lane,
right,
too. So
okay.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, didn't get it in, right. But Uggams kind of lost his balance and walked into the lane, really.
Perhaps Ole was just giving us an instant replay of the first shot.
Terry Garrow's a back court man. He didn't act like it then. He just went in and got what he wanted. He went after that basketball.
He's in to replace Kaufman. No doubt about that one for Clemens. He and Ole went up for the rebound together. Nobody else was within 3 feet of them. They were just fighting each other off. I'll tell you what, this Manitoba team looks very strong at the guard position. If they can bring in 3 guys of this caliber. We hear all kinds of talk about House and Kaufman, not a whole lot about Garrow. But from what we've seen, they don't seem to lose much when he's out there.
No, well, does the job, I'll tell you that.
13-12, Manitoba leads it. Uggams underneath, great play. Around Clemens, and up with the reverse.
People have to realize about big players. Big players usually not as quick as a guy like Uggams. Uggams 6'8", but boy, he can really move out there.
Another terrific play that time by House. There's an example of that Manitoba guard position we're talking to you about. The guy drives the lane through the tall timber, doesn't bother him a bit.
Right.
Come on now.
Here we go, White. Here we go, boys. Now Pasquale trying to calm things down a little bit.
Sheehan couldn't get up for the jump. Pasquale out on top now. Alley-oop attended for Ole. He couldn't get it. Great play, good idea, just didn't fall. Garrow, bounce pass.
Here we go, man.
Ball shot came up short. Sheehan with the rebound. 17-12. Manitoba leading Victoria.
Manitoba's got to get the ball. They've got to use Clemens. They don't have really the advantage of a Clemens right now. They try to do it then.
Well, I'll tell you, Kenny Shields is not very happy with that one. We've got 10:26 remaining in the first half. Second game of the CIAU Championship Tournament. 17-12, Manitoba leading Victoria. We'll be back to the Halifax Metro Center in just a moment.
Behind section 2. Mike Polkey to the
2 instead of 1-4. All right, no cutter there.
Position under the clock.
But you got to move now in the post. You go in the middle. You got to move like crazy. Remember, you guys are going to the basket.
Dalhousie University would also like
to do a better job getting back on defense and getting the defensive board. Come on now, let's go. Make smart passes.
We'd like to remind our viewers that coming up tomorrow night, Friday night, March the 15th, right here on TSN, we've got CIAU Hockey, the national semifinals from Toronto. Our coverage begins Friday, March the 15th, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. We hope you can join us for that, and we hope you're enjoying this basketball game right now. The Victoria Vikings against the Manitoba Bisons. Manitoba leading at 17-12 with just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. The winner of this one will go on to face the Waterloo Warriors for the championship. Waterloo defeated St. Francis Xavier, 87-79 in the first half of our doubleheader this evening. And this game is starting out in much the same exciting fashion. It's been a great night of basketball, and there's an example of it. Uggams underneath for Manitoba. They're going to have to keep him out of there, Jack.
Well, they can't allow him to get in underneath there because we're going to get some fouls by the big men on Victoria. They just can't afford it.
That's 8 points for Uggams. Scrub looking to drive the lane or drive the baseline and cannot. On the far side to Pasquale. In as a substitution now for the Vikings is number 42, Jamie Newman.
Jamie had a great, in the playoffs, Jamie had a great time substituting, but I don't think they want him out there to take that shot.
Well, no, and Clemens is coming right back into the game. So it looks like, oh, a beautiful play by Scrub.
Got an idea where that
layup.
Also, another good thing that happened is the ball got kicked away, stopped the clock, and it enables Victoria to make 2 substitutions.
Clemens comes in for Sheehan, and Taylor back in for Pasquale. Have Clemens and Uggams very close together right now. Obviously, Ken Shields had a message for Cord Clemens when he went over to sit down for a few minutes. And they have told him exactly what we were talking about a moment ago, is not to let him underneath. The bucket is going to count, and there's a foul called as well. The foul is against number 42, the man who just came into the game, Jamie Newman. Going to the line for Manitoba will be Kaufman.
Ken Shields doesn't like the play. I don't think he's upset as much with the official on that. He doesn't like the play in it.
And very quietly, the Manitoba Bisons have stretched their lead to 7 points. It's now 21-14. They've got 22-14. Kaufman hits.
Victoria foul Graham Taylor, his first team.
Oh, no, that was on Taylor, I guess. He thought it was on young Newman.
Well, the referee signaled 42 on the foul, so unless we've got our signals crossed.
Ball moves, Court.
In underneath Clemens, over top of him, and the foul is called on number 12, Brian Light of the Manitoba Bisons. That's his second.
That's what Victoria wants to do, move that ball into that situation. Both teams now have 5 fouls, so they're staying even on that. They can't afford, neither team can afford to let the other team run away with the foul situation.
Jamie Newman, not Graham Taylor.
It was Newman who got the foul. But
God,
3 times we've been right tonight. I'm telling you, we better go ask for a raise after this one.
Not another raise. Crying out.
As somebody said, raise, are you getting paid? Newman from the baseline, good jumper, 22-16.
You know, I was a little critical of Newman when he took that jumper earlier, but I mean, he went up and took it as if he knew what he wanted to get out of it. So,
great steal by Scrub. He dishes off to Taylor, bucket's good, 22-18. Victoria is getting back into this one. And now we have a foul called underneath. It'll go against number 12 of Victoria, Graham Taylor. It's 22-18. The Manitoba Bison leading the Victoria Vikings. We've got 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first half. You're watching the CIAU Final Four on TSN. 6 remaining first half, and we're in the Manitoba huddle right now. Let's see what's happening.
Not smart pass, okay? Let's not be hesitant, but let's play smart, okay? Okay, we're going to bring it right down right now, and let's run. We're not in bonus yet.
We're in bonus, yeah.
Okay, who's shooting? Okay? No, the next one's bonus. Next one's bonus. Okay? Okay, let's play tough D. Let's just go right now. Let's see if we can get the ball in the middle or a good shot. Okay, let's go right now. 1, 2, 3.
I think if we went into the other huddle, we would have heard somebody say, let's not give him a good shot, and let's not let the ball in the middle. Because that's where Cord Clemens has got to protect that middle a little better. Don't let Uggams get that ball underneath.
I'll tell you, Jack, those guys, Manitoba, looked loose when we saw them in practice today. Coach Rick Suffield looks just as loose now. They don't look too worried about anything.
It's the way to be. It's too late to worry about it now.
Shooting percentage in the early going, Manitoba 63%. Maybe that's why he's not worried. Victoria hitting 50. Great play underneath. Beautiful bucket. Hyman in with the basket.
That's what we diagrammed earlier. I'm not sure if it was that clear, but we diagrammed it earlier showing how they're going to beat that press. Now, University of Victoria beats it a little differently. You know, they come up the sideline. That kind of press is to prevent the ball from going to the middle. Manitoba says, we're going to take it to the middle. Victoria says, you don't want it in the middle, we won't. We'll bring it up the sideline.
This is Suffield's first year coaching at Manitoba. On the other side of the coin, Kenny Shields has been at Victoria. This is his 9th year. Prior to this, Suffield was at Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, and he was a pretty successful coach there as well, so he's no stranger to winning basketball.
And he's been coaching in high school for years. And what you have to remember, I mean, the level of competition might be a little different, but the coaching is the same. I mean, there's got to teach fundamentals, be a good teacher, get kids excited about playing, make sure they have a lot of fun, and teach them how to motivate themselves.
24-18, Manitoba leading. Jamie Newman at the line for Victoria. Shot does not drop, so the Manitoba lead remains at 6.
Both teams will be in a bonus.
Long pass out of bounds. Both teams in bonus now, as Jack mentioned. Bison's leading it by 6.
Kenny Shields is in the same boat now as we saw Don McRae in the first game. He wants to get off this half with the game close.
Well, there's less than 7.5 minutes remaining in the half now. And as was the case in the first game when St. FX took an early lead and kept it, Manitoba has led this one almost from the outset. Victoria scored the first bucket, but it was all Manitoba after that for a little while, and they now lead it by 6 points, 24-18. Underneath the Ohl, he can't get the shot away. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Victoria.
Awfully quick hands in there. They've got that ball inside, and they get it stripped right away, for crying out loud.
It really is impressive D, though, Jack. We've heard so much about Manitoba's defense, and we're getting a chance to see it firsthand for the first time this year, and it's becoming pretty clear why they're in this Final Four.
They are. They're awfully good. By the way, I'm getting attacked here by some wires. You know, got it. I finally got cleared away.
This is the new meaning. It gives new meaning to the word, are you wired up now? Jack Donahue is untangling himself from about 300 feet of mic cable.
Well, let's see how Court is going to handle this now.
Didn't get much help on that one. It looked like it was going to drop.
Well, you know, it's big men are going to get fouled a lot. They've got to be one of your best foul shooters because they're going to get fouled an awful lot. It's just part of the game. Look at that.
Well, Clemens normally hits from the free throw line 62%. That's not bad. He hit 1 out of 2 there, so that's just about on par for him. 24-19, Manitoba leading Victoria. The winner will go on to face the Waterloo Warriors in the championship final. And Waterloo, as you saw a little while ago here on TSN, defeated St. Francis Xavier 87-79 in the other semifinal, the first semifinal of the night.
Manitoba, 1-3-1 matchup. 1-3-1 matchup.
Boy, again, it looked like that bucket was going to drop, and this time Sheehan doesn't get much of a break. Kaufman underneath, he can't keep it in bounds. The ball will go over to the Vikings. A 7-point Manitoba lead, 26-19. That's as large as it's been at any time in this ball game. Listen to the Mad Viking. He's excited. I don't know if anybody else on that bench is.
Really got it.
They try the alley-oop to Clemens. It doesn't even get close. Good defense underneath that time by Garrow, who again doesn't even come close to matching up to Clemens in size, but they're pushing tip for tap with him underneath the board.
As long as Clemens doesn't fall on Terry Garrow, because it might be a fatality. Look at him go, though.
Good fake by Garrow. Hits the jumper.
I'm worried.
28-19 rather.
Terry Garrow's dad, Alex Garrow, was a great athlete at his time, and he played an awful lot of basketball for Canada and played other sports besides.
Come on, Court!
There are other sports, I think.
Shields trying to get Clemens into the middle. He's unhappy now. You can hear him yelling at Clemens. Oh, was looking in the middle, and Clemens was just standing out there. He and Shields are having a dialogue from long range right now. Probably just as well for Clemens that it is from long range. Huggins that time. Well, with the bucket, timeout.